by Amp Energy, the official energy drink of Aldo versus Faber. Amp up. On Saturday, May 8th, it's UFC 113. The light heavyweight title is on the line as Lyoto, the Dragon Machida, faces off against Mauricio Shogun Rua for the second time. Also on the card, Josh Koscheck faces British striker Paul Daly, and Kimbo Slice fights Matt Mitrione. Live on pay-per-view, 10 in the East, 7 in the West. Check your listings internationally. Then on Memorial Weekend, it's the return of the UFC Fan Expo. Friday and Saturday, May 28th and 29th, from the Mandalay Bay Convention Center in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tickets are available at UFCFanExpo.com. And on Sunday, June 20th, the cage travels to Rexall Place in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Former lightweight world champion Jamie Varner takes on unbeaten Kamal Shalorus. That's Sunday, June 20th, only on Versus. And that's what's coming up, brought to you by Amp Energy, the official energy drink of Aldo versus Faber. Amp up. DJ Demetrious Johnson makes his debut tonight with huge expectations of landing that one punch and beating down Brad Pickett. And here we go. Fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. White trunks for Johnson, black trunks for Pickett. Johnson, as I said during his walk, and he got caught with a left.
Good uppercut as well by Pickett.
He is a phenomenal kickboxer, though, is Johnson. He got caught early. Switching his stance frequently. Trying to work that clinch, Joe.
Very nice footwork there by Johnson. I like how he slipped angles.
Man, he is just energized. Bouncing around.
Yeah, his angles are very impressive, Mike, and that's something you really appreciate about the lighter weights, their ability to change positions so quickly.
They're in, boom, 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 they're out. Next thing you know, they're right back on top of you again.
Yeah, and their technique is, there's no fluff and no fat in their technique.
The lack of size, not a negative when you're talking about the abundance of speed and precision. And that's what you see here with these two men.
I mean, that's always how it is in jiu-jitsu, that the smaller men are more technical, and in mixed martial arts as well. You know, you see the way these guys fight is there's no unnecessary motion. Everything's very technical.
Pickett looking to throw the heavier strikes. Johnson, it appears right now, looking to set up some nice combinations. He's getting that leg caught almost every time he kicks. He hasn't been punished for it yet, Joe, but it's something to look for. Pickett keeps catching those leg kicks.
Johnson switches stances a lot too, Mike. Really
sure
gives you a lot of different looks.
A lot of fighters love to catch that leg.
Big takedown by Pickett into side control.
Ducked under nicely.
Oh, nice elbow on the ground. But in doing that, he created a little bit of space, and Demetrious utilized that space, shoved the knee through, moves into half guard. A little bit of better position for him. He's got an underhook on the left side, Mike, and he's going to use that to try to stand back up. Pickett recognizing that turns him.
Pickett, a very fast learner of the ground game.
Full guard by Demetrious.
Pickett, 19 wins overall in his career. Won his debut back in December, submitting with a Peruvian necktie. Back up is Demetrious Johnson. See, he got that leg caught again.
And he drops him right back down to the ground again, but he's got to be careful about a triangle here. No?
Up kick.
Watch the up kick.
Pickett's using his speed now.
It's amazing when Pickett has just a tiny little error, like leaves just a little bit of room, bang! Johnson bounces back up to his feet. I mean, this is the type of speed you're dealing with at this weight class.
A lot of times you see that counter straight right when somebody gets their leg caught, you know, trapped with the kick, but that time it led to the takedown for Pickett.
Pickett's going to move into the mount here. Nope, they missed it. Johnson moving very quickly on the ground. Good defensive guard.
Johnson, a wrestler with good Muay Thai.
Using that cage, pressing his back up against it.
Mighty Mouse.
Doesn't have that underhook. He needs that underhook. He's got an overhook on the left side, but he needs an underhook to try to stand back up. Oh, just pushed him off. How quickly he did
Quick
that.
hands. And again. Pickett going to try to find his angle now.
Block that high kick.
Nice Superman punch. Nice again.
Big takedown by Pickett.
That's the second time Pickett has done that, Joe. Pace is picked up here, latter part of the round.
Oh, flying knee, another slam.
Thrown right back down.
Wow. Man.
That's what we call non-stop action right there.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Right into side control. And he's got to be careful here.
30 seconds.
Controlled. He's in the mounted crucifix.
Trying to control that arm.
Johnson's in trouble. This is a real bad spot. He got that arm free. A little bit better for him. Pickett wants to isolate that left arm so he can just drop those elbows.
He was looking to punish when he had that arm pinned down, Joe.
And Johnson, any space that Pickett leaves, Johnson's going to snake that right knee through and get the half guard. See, there he does it. And back up to his feet. Bam. And a nice knee and some punches as well. What a round.
That's what I'm talking about.
Outstanding. And that is what the lighter weight classes are all about.
Pickett did a great job of timing his takedowns in round number 1.
Yeah, he really did. Here you see it. He ducks under that left hook and then takes him for a ride. And here he catches the knee, or the leg rather. Drops a punch on him. And here he catches that knee and again hoists him up and the big slam right into side control.
Get the takedown, always, okay? 10 seconds left, you cannot let him up. I told you, okay? You, Mickey.
Spin his head round, Brad. Every time you're close to that cage, spin him round.
Member of American Top Team, Pickett. DJ Mighty Mouse, Matt Hume. Round 2. Man, we had a little everything in round number 1. Smile on the face of Mighty Mouse making his debut here tonight. See if he takes him down again.
Look at the footwork.
I love
Johnson.
the angles. Yep.
I mean, it's so hard to get a beat on him.
Nice kick.
Nice kick, but again, every time he throws it, Pickett's on it.
Joe, is he throwing the kick and leaving it out too long, not getting it back and getting it set? Is that why he keeps getting caught?
Well, you know, Pickett's just really good at grabbing it. I mean, he's obviously trained it, and he's prepared for it. I mean, if he pulled it back quicker, it'd be more difficult to do, but Pickett's really on that technique.
See if Johnson looks to adjust it all because of that. It led to a Pickett takedown in round number 1.
I mean, what it means is that Pickett sees it coming. He's just not able to stop it, not able to get out of the way, but he is able to get his arm up and catch it. So the best way that Johnson could avoid that is like that, disguising it, making it so that Pickett doesn't see it happening.
Punches and bunches for Johnson.
It's such an art landing strikes, you know, picking the right moment, creating the right angles, feinting, making opponent react and capitalizing.
Flying knee attempt by Pickett.
Pickett's a very fast man, but he's having a hard time dealing with the speed of Johnson.
We thought the speed advantage would go to Mighty Mouse DJ Demetrious Johnson. The power advantage to Pickett. Thus the moniker one punch. That one landed.
That was a nice one.
That was the thud, not the slap.
He's got him up again and down into side control once again. Very good job of passing that knee.
Pickett really hasn't shot the double. It's been a duck under and get the takedown situation. It's been a counter takedown from Brad Pickett in this fight.
Now, Mike Brown, his roommate, has outstanding submissions. Let's see if Pickett has them as well, and if he looks to try to get into a position to finish Johnson now. You heard his corner in between rounds saying, do not let this guy up. Once you get him down, hold him in position. Oh, look at how quick that guy moves. Man! That was probably the quickest escape from the bottom I've ever seen. Just a tiny opening that Pickett left.
Not only does he escape quickly, but then he goes right into engagement. Oh, nice shot.
Kick.
Pickett was trying to land that left, and he took another one to the body.
That was like less than a second between him being on his back and him being on his feet. Now he's back down again.
Great athleticism possessed by 10-0 Demetrious Johnson.
Short elbows, short punches, okay? Yeah, grind him up.
And you hear the corner of Brad Pickett say, grind him up, short punches.
There you go. Now,
moves into half guard.
There you go. Very good.
He's got to really keep pressure and no space, Mike. That is the secret to controlling a guy like Johnson. You can never let him have space, because any space, he just explodes out of him. And Johnson obviously is looking for that. Anytime he doesn't feel Pickett's weight on him, it feels like Pickett's relaxing. Because when you're on top of a guy, you're not, even though you're on top of him, your body's resting on him, you're constantly squeezing and pressuring him. You can never relax. If you do relax, a guy like Johnson's just out. Big elbow from Pickett.
Under 90 seconds remains in the second round.
All right, notice the butterflies. Johnson's moved into a position where he lost it. But when he gets those butterflies in, he's the type of guy that's going to try to explode and push him off with those.
You see how Pickett knows that he cannot give any space at all to Johnson, illustrating the point you made a moment ago, Joe.
Yeah, but he's already given him enough. He's going to get up to his feet. Yeah, you can see.
And
look at that.
Right back down. Well, just about.
And back up to his feet again. Now Johnson's on top of him.
Johnson together, and that kick landed. 40 seconds left in round two. Pickett used a lot of energy in that exchange on the ground a moment ago, trying to control the always moving Demetrious Johnson. Ducked under did Pickett.
Take him down, DJ.
I think Johnson might be the fastest fighter I've ever commentated on. Oh, big knee. Oh, and he's going for a ride.
Nicely
Huge
done.
slam.
Pickett trying to slow him down any way he can.
There really is the difference. Full mount. There really is the difference in this fight, Mike.
Into the round, Joe. Last final seconds of the round. Great position for Pickett. But we'll head to the third and final round.
The difference in this fight has been the takedowns of Pickett.
Especially considering the speed advantage that belongs to Johnson.
It all balances out, doesn't it?
That's what makes our job the best.
For your kicks to try to take you down. He wants to take you down.
Let's see the takedowns here. There's one. I mean, over and over again, Brad Pickett's been doing this. This is from the first round. Catching the knees. Anytime that Johnson gets close enough that Brad Pickett can tie him up, Pickett is looking to slam him to the ground. Just over and over again. And here's the end of the second round with a huge takedown. Just throws his whole body weight on top of him.
Not getting angles because you're staying in front of him and throwing, okay? And you're missing with the big right hand, okay? So I want you to throw a little tighter, okay? I want you to throw a little tighter the first ones, then I want your angles to be big.
Okay.
Fight that takedown. If you can take him down, do it, okay?
Third and final round. Good battle back and forth.
Interesting comment from Matt Hume. He said to Demetrious Johnson, if you can take him down, do it. We haven't seen any of that yet, any attempts.
Johnson was in a bad spot at the end of that round.
Look at that, and
there
he does.
He
He listens right away. Very nice.
Lightning fast double. Now let's see what he can do from here.
And that is what having a good coach is all about. His arm's in. What they want is a Darcer or anaconda choke, depending on the position of the arm. Landed some good knees there. He's holding that position.
Pickett able to get out. Nice knee to the midsection by Demetrious Johnson.
Demetrious Johnson has got to think that those first two rounds with all those takedowns have cost him in points. I mean, he landed some really good strikes, but Pickett took him down so many times. It would be hard to argue that he won those rounds.
Got the mount late in the round, did Pickett at the end of round two.
Yeah, you got to think that he's got to make something spectacular happen in this third round to pull this off.
Pickett going to try to keep this control, and again, as Joe said earlier, not allow any space at all for Johnson to work his way back up to his feet.
That really is the key. Not just have your weight on him, but to be squeezing and pressuring and pushing his body down into the cage.
3.5 remains in the fight. And he's trying to get loose.
Pickett's doing a much better job of controlling him now. And I think he's gotten a feel of how slippery and explosive Johnson is from the bottom.
Work.
Demetrious Johnson unbeaten in his mixed martial arts career.
Johnson scoots his back up to the cage. He's going to use that to stand up. And he does. Brad Pickett's going to if he can keep control of his hands, he's going to suplex him. It's all about the hand fight here. See Johnson just really pushing his weight down. That's all he wanted. Get those hands free.
And he comes in quickly with a Superman punch. Johnson unleashing.
Johnson's got to really put it to him here.
He is, Joe. At least he's trying.
Yeah, and he shoots for the takedown again and gets him down. Very nice.
Right into the closed guard. Midway point of our third and final round. Good back and forth battle. Pickett's takedowns have been exceptional tonight. Johnson, though, has landed 2 of his own here in the third round.
And I'll tell you what, Mike, there's been a lot of talk about opening up a 125-pound division, and if they do, I believe that Demetrious Johnson can make that weight. And if he does, he is going to be a handful there.
Quick, explosive.
Oh, look at that takedown. Very nice by Demetrious Johnson.
Under 2 minutes now.
Awesome use of the leg there, but Pickett's got him up and down again.
And into a great position of side control. Now he got the mount late in round 2. Can Pickett get the mount again here in round 3?
Well, he's in a dominant position here. If he thinks he can submit him from this position or do something to control him. He's pushing that knee across, but Johnson recognizing it.
Under 90 seconds left in the fight.
You hear his coach saying, turn him to the middle. What they don't want Johnson to get his back up against that cage.
There it is, Joe.
There he goes.
Exploded into it. This is not good for Mighty Mouse Demetrious Johnson.
Johnson really trying very hard to keep him from posturing up. See that grip behind his neck? Does not want him to posture up and drop bombs on him.
Pickett postured up at the end of the second round, but there was just a few seconds remaining in the second when he did.
Good body shots by Pickett there, Mike.
Trying to get back to half guard at least.
Good hip escape. Look at that. Pickett very aware, staying on top of him, keeping the weight on him.
Time not the friend of Demetrious Johnson in this position. Herb Dean right on top of it, but feels that Pickett continuously looking to improve his position. Johnson's up.
Johnson's 20 seconds to go. He's got to put him away here.
Good control. You see Demetrious Johnson look up at the clock. 15 seconds. Good knee by Brad Pickett.
Pickett's got his back. And he winds up on the bottom.
Fight's going to go to the judges' scorecard.
What a scramble, man!
What a battle back and forth. 15 minutes will go the distance.
Awesome, awesome fight.
You heard the corner of Johnson call for the early takedown. That's exactly what Demetrious did early in the third.
Yeah, he really caught Pickett by surprise. It's a good job of listening to his corner. And there's another big takedown by Pickett.
Multiple takedowns by Pickett, a lot of them off the counter.
Line it up, and you fucking did.
What a performance. Reed Harris in the cage, talking about the great performance. Matchmaker Sean Shelby, Demetrious Johnson, his coach Matt Hume. We await the judge's decision to see who is the victor here tonight at Arco Arena in Sacramento, California. Is it Pickett, or does Johnson remain unbeaten in his MMA career and win in his debut. Pickett's left shoulder seems to be a bit banged up, but if it's raised, the pain will go away for a second for Brad. Judges have rendered their decision. Bruce Buffer has it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score this contest 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Brad One Punch Pickett!
Big win for Brad Pickett. He will visit with Joe Rogan.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Brad One Punch Pickett. What a fight, man. That was just some really fast-paced action. Were you surprised at any of the times where he got out from under you?
No, not really. Look at him now, he's running around, he's got a little bag of energy, you know. Tough guy. You know, I was just glad to come away with a victory, you know.
Really explosive takedowns. You take a look at him here on the big screen. That really was the secret to this fight. You catching him, grabbing a hold of him, dragging him to the mat over and over again.
Yeah, I think my size helped there a little bit, you know. He's a bit of a smaller guy. If there's a 120-pound division, he'd probably fight in that. But he's tough. One of the takedowns, I know I winded him bad, but the same one, I swear I broke my collarbone. I was in the second round, and man, it was hurting like hell.
You think you're okay, or do you think it's broken?
I don't know, I think it's broken. It was hurting like hell, can't
Well,
swear.
even more impressive that you were able to take him down in the third. Congratulations on an awesome performance, a great fight. Look forward to seeing you again. Brad Pickett, ladies and gentlemen.
Broken collarbone or not.